Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We are back. It is day 12 of 30 days, 15 pounds in 30 days. And so far, I'm at, what was the last number? Yes, when I checked, I'm at 6 pounds. Okay, so I am actually doing pretty well for this challenge. Okay, so yes, we are getting back at it. I have to rewind the story a little bit. Good morning, girl. Oh my God, girl. Second day I came over here with no shoes on. Okay. Like the brain is not braining. This is when, seriously, because you figure, okay, it's day 12. It's like, you know what? I could just sleep a little long. Like this is when this is when the devil is trying to kick in on that ass. Like, no, girl, come on, bed real comfy. That's not your alarm. That's just someone singing to you. Yes, okay. I was like, ugh, let me just go. Let me just go. We done made it this far, girl. Girl, we got this. We got this, okay? Like, we got this. Now, let me report something to you. Yesterday on our walk, friend, I started smelling something that smelled like it was burning. And I was a little concerned, like, I hope this damn walking pad ain't about to go up in flames. But I didn't say nothing. So we'll see what happens. I might be on here just walking on cardboard. Oh, I did say it. Oh, okay. I did. Okay. Well, I should say I didn't make a big deal of how concerned I was. Okay. Okay. So, anywho, let's let me report something to you, girl. So, it is official. I can now go live on TikTok. Okay. Girl, bye. That thing ain't no way. I'll have to go back and check my receipt. I can look at my wallet where all those receipts are at. I'll check and look at the little number. Good morning, girl. How you doing? But you know what? Then again, mail have been a little crazy and a little slow. But still, from here to Delaware normally don't take that long. But I'll check my receipt so I can actually look at the tracking number. Okay, I'll do that. Anywho, friend, good morning. Good morning from Delaware and Florida and Virginia. All of us here. So today in my city is a snow day. So the kids don't got no school. So what I was telling you is this is important, guys, because I'm going to need you. You all show up here and I appreciate you. So I know you'll show up to my new show. Okay? Yes. My new show. We're still going to be over here walking. Well, we don't know for how long if this damn thing, the way it was smelling, but we're not going to focus on that. I could come and walk on a piece of cardboard. It's the same thing. I'll just draw some lines and stay within the lines, baby. I'm going to be here. Well, I already have a plan. I said, worst case, if this bitch burn out, I'm just going to get on my elliptical. It ain't that serious. I got plenty of equipment. Okay. Then I will be in real shape. If I would have been on that elliptical for an hour, baby, the body would be bodying. Now that's what I should have did. Tune in next time to me on my elliptical. I might move that elliptical right in here. I don't know. Because I got all this other crap. We'll figure it out. Okay. Or I could just move all this setup over to my elliptical in the actual gym. That would make sense instead of being stuck in the closet. Okay. Like a person that we don't talk about no more. But anyway. Okay. What was I getting to? So I'm going to be having a show and you guys can come on and be my panel members. And guess what? You don't even have to show your face. So I am officially official. Won't he do it? Now, I don't know why I'm not officially official on YouTube because that's just crazy to me. We couldn't get 50 followers. I know it's 3,000 people watching us. They just want to show up and, be sneaky leaks, if that even makes sense, because I be using terms that I don't understand. But in my brain, that seems like that was the right thing to say. Anywho, so, girl, over on TikTok, at this, I started that TikTok, like getting on there at the same time I started getting on here, because remember when the chat wasn't working and I was like, oh shit, I'll just go to TikTok. Forget it. We ain't gonna be over here on YouTube because the chat wasn't working. And then remember I went on TikTok and they said we needed 500 followers. And I was like, girl, never mind. So that's how I made it work on this laptop, right? But we need 50 followers on YouTube to be able to go live streaming on mobile. So, anywho, needless to say, we've been doing this for 12 days. Girl, I have over 500 followers now on TikTok. Ain't got to 50 over here, but guess what? That's good. This is so great. So, I'm going to be having a show over there. Okay? And so we get on there and we have all those little boxes. You know how people be having those little panel discussions, and you can click in and talk, and we'll talk about all types of great funny things. Okay, everything ain't going to be funny, but you can click in and chat. Yes. Okay, so Esteem, we already know where we're going to put you when we have our conversations, honey, about being married for 89 years. You can definitely speak to that. Okay, so we'll be talking about that. And Miss Aaliyah, you got plenty to talk about. Okay, we could do you like when we do the episode of just up and getting the fuck on, right? Like up and trusting God and just leaving and moving far, far away. We can do an episode about that, because that sounds like something that plenty of people want to do right now, including my damn self. Now, I done upped and moved plenty time. Okay, with nobody there, not a damn friend in the house, but I don't care. Well, I didn't really have a choice. That's different. But so what? Same. Okay. So plenty of people want to do that right now. And I'm so upset. I just want to tell you something, okay? Oh, okay. This has turned into a venting session. Whatever, guys. We'll get to the story. So I have been doing some research on where I was going to move. And I had this list, okay? In Kampala, I'm serious. I found my house, my address, and you know how they be saying, like, make a vision board, girl? I've been copying it and, like, putting it in there in my notes. That's where I was moving to, Kampala. I was going to invite you. But the way the redhead that now messed with the funding over there took away, what was it? 700 million, billion? I don't know. We got to find a new place of refuge. So I'm still doing Dirty December. I don't give a damn if there is still one, because we don't know. Because I seen something pop up on my phone and I was like, okay, so maybe we not going to be moving there. That was the Lord talking to me yesterday. It was not settling. Okay. So anywho, but I can still go to party, at least at minimum. Okay. I got $2 for them. All right. So that's that. We'll talk about that later, because that's way further on in the year. All right. So yeah, I'm going to have to circle back to that. So the next place I am thinking, okay, I did have a very good time there. It was very inexpensive to live. And we probably could live off of just having our lashes done. Couple blanks. We only need a couple words in Google Translate, and we can live there. It was safe. You could be out in the middle of the night, girl, bye. You could be walking down the street with your drawers off in a crop top. Wasn't nobody bothering you. Okay, I didn't exactly see that. And if you do ever do that and nothing don't happen, you don't want nothing happening to you, but you may need to think about changing your soap, because that would be a little strange now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, a better example, when we went to the beach and we had on our bathing suits, people was trying to holler, but nobody was bothering you. So that's a better example. Okay, wasn't nobody with no draws and all that other stuff like that. It's too early in the morning. Okay, Portugal. Yes, very good place. It was safe. Girl, listen, the food was fooding. You know, I don't even mess with that beef because the beef don't like me. I don't have nothing against beef, but beef ain't beef no more. Okay? All those foods, when I eat it, it makes me sick. Here. But there, honey, honey, honey. The way I ate 5 burgers and an ice cream on one car ride, and everybody in there, including myself, made it. I know that's where I need to be. And I knew because I took video of when I went to the grocery store and I used my finger to measure like the chicken. Girl, a drumstick was this big, a wing was this big. And I was like, oh, so yeah, clearly this, I don't know what, we already knew anyway that our chickens was getting BBLs because you knew damn well when you grew up, no chicken wing ever been that big. We knew that, but we still keep eating the shit anyway. And right now, we really taking a risk. Okay? So if you don't pray over your food, baby, you need to start splashing a little bit of holy oil across that damn food before you eat it at this rate, right? Okay? And we all know that. We all know that. But we still doing it. That's the part. But you know what? Don't get me started. I just continue to pray that the Lord keeps us and covers us. Because, oh my God. Oh, did we not see there was another plane crash just yesterday? I can't keep up. I can't keep up. And I'm going to tell you somebody who has never been afraid to fly. Me. But I know the Lord has got me, but the nerves ain't been nerving. Oh. Where was it? I can't remember, but it was last night. It was yesterday, excuse me. Not last night, but yesterday. I can't remember where it was. You know it's too early, girl. I already told you I showed up over here and was on this walking pad with no shoes on. Okay, again. So mine ain't minding. But anywho, so listen, guys, have you ever heard of this before? I'm just going to mention it to you and then we're going to get into listening to the story because it's going to be something that we can talk about. Or I should maybe ask you because you guys are two lovely ladies. What are 2 topics you think? Yes, it ain't that hard. Okay. Ooh, almost get to the side. What are, yeah, girl, I'm slow today. Gotta move, step it up, girl. What are 2 topics you think would be good to discuss for the panel on TikTok? I'm waiting. And then well, you can just, 2 meaning 1 each, or you can give 2, whatever. I'm going to tell you the one that I am going to be discussing. And I will let you know so you can start letting your mind think about it. And yeah. Look at me. Looking at y'all. Like, girl, my brain ain't working this morning. I just came to listen to the porn you be playing. I wasn't really trying to answer no questions. Oh, okay. Nobody interested in putting in their topic for the show. Oh, okay. So I will just, ways to prioritize yourself, ways to increase your credit and income. Okay, that's a good idea. So, in other words, we need to prioritize ourselves so we can learn how to run very quickly because we don't know when we're going to have to just bust out running. Okay, all of us that look like us. And ways to increase your credit and income because you may have to hurry and move. And you don't want to be in a situation where you can't get out of here. First, you need to make sure you got your damn passport. I ain't playing about that. Listen, make sure that bitch is up to date. I've been telling everybody, you know what's so crazy, girl? Now, this is what you never heard of crazy. Now, I've paid to get my passport expedited before because, long story short, the movers came and packed my damn passport, and I had to leave like ASAP. So I needed it. Either way, girl, what are you talking about? Girl, I think the two R's is an M and a what? You talking? Oh, I was like, what? We're going to leave that for these people telling this dirty story. I'm not going to be on there talking about that and get my show cut down. Okay, I'm so sick. You know I cannot see. Okay, so I was like, what we going to be talking about? Now, even I'm a little ratchet, but I think that is a little much. I don't know what you put in your coffee this morning, Sass. Okay. Current events. Ooh. Well, I don't know if I can do that, girl. We're going to see. We're going to be selective about the current events because certain shit I can't talk about, okay? And you know that. You already know. It's certain things that I really would love to talk about, but I cannot, okay? And I'm sure you know that, okay? When is this going to start? Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, now come on, knowing that you now know me, when you think it's going to start? Girl, tomorrow. Hello? It's no time like the present. So I'm thinking it's going to start tomorrow. Something pulled from the headline, like you just mentioned, the plane. But girl, Aliyah, listen, that train, see why I can't even mention it. That plane crash is going to lead me down a spiral directly to Clown Redhead Village, and I know it will. So, yeah. Okay, and considering I still have my uniform, certain things, no. I'm just gonna stay right clear. That's gonna be a setup, boo, because that's it ain't gonna take long, baby. That's gonna be like being at the water park, baby. I'm going to be coming down that slide very quickly with soap on, Dawn soap. That's how fast I'm gonna slip right into that. So believe it, yeah, girl, yes. Put some Dawn soap on that, baby, because that's how fast. So we gonna not talk about those things, and it ain't shit going on currently that don't have nothing to do. Hello? Yes. It don't have nothing to do with the clown. It's like everything leads to the clown. So we're not going to go there. But in the future, girl, yes, we will talk about current events when we're in a new environment. Now, I will like to bring up some things. I was thinking about this. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I think, okay, actually, I think we'll be done our 30 days. I'm hoping by my next drill. Okay. Oh, good morning. If you're wondering where you just popped into my closet, we are here exercising, girl or guy, and we love to have you here. Very soon, it's going to go into something very much left, which is a little bit of an erotic adult book. Okay, I'm going to give you the quick cliff notes because one of us wasn't here also yesterday. It's about Gemma, who is a professor at a HBCU. If that doesn't attract you or appeal to your ears, you probably should click out now because you wouldn't want to know about this black love. Okay, so Gemma and her husband, they have been in a marriage for 20 years, but lately they argue nakedly and the body parts don't even face each other. It's like staring at the wall. And Gemma spends her days and nights with her legs up against the glass in the shower with her rose set on number 3. But she lied because I was doing mine the other day. Look, I counted. I was like, that ain't the one. When she said, remember, girl, when she said Slow, so slow, fast, fast. I was like, bitch, I was not number three. I knew that wasn't right. I sure did. I said that to myself. I said, I knew that wasn't right when she said it. But I had to go. It wasn't. It wasn't number three. She might have had an old one. That book might be old. I don't know. See, and just like that, we down to two. But it's okay. You know, those who need to be here are here. We like to have people, come in, but the purpose is, it is what it is. If it's only us, it's only us. We used to that. Okay. So anywho, what I was thinking today, so if you get the message, pop in. I'm thinking what makes sense to me. Now you tell me if you think something different, but I'm thinking I need to pop in over. I told you I was going to do that anyway. Oh shoot, we got a million things to figure out with only 40 minutes left. Okay. Remember, today we're supposed to do 2 walks if possible. Remember? Do you forget? Okay, so let's not sit up here and act like we're not going to address that first. Okay, so that means, what time? We need to figure that out. So what about if we do, look, I know I'm not going to want to do it. That's the thing, but it's fine. I'm going to do it. I was going to say, what about, can we do, I was going to say 7 or 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. Which one would you prefer? 6 to 7 or 7 to 8? Okay, 6 and get it over with, right? I know. Okay, so we'll meet at 6 o'clock. So that's the first thing. We'll be over here at 6 to do our second walk. Okay, got it. So that's off the table. Now, what was the next thing? 6 o'clock for the walk. Oh, shit. I can't remember what was in my brain. What we were supposed to. Oh, okay. I can remember. Okay, girl. We'll try, but what time worked better for you in the day? Because remember, we got to walk twice, 2 times this week. So we can get a time better for you, for Thursday. 7. Okay. So Thursday we can do 7. Either way, whatever. I'm flexible. I make it work for me. Okay, so what I was saying is, okay, so we just gonna do 7 then. Okay, so it's gonna be 7 today, and we'll do 7 on Thursday. Okay, great. Love that we can come to that understanding. Very good. All right, now what I was saying is, I'm thinking I'm gonna pop over to Posh because today is a snow day, so I can pop over there. Since I told you they keep asking for me, and I've been saying I was going to go on there this week. So today probably would be the day to just suck it up and go over there. And then we can let the group know, because I work both jobs, then walk over to my gym at my apartment. Okay, perfect. Okay. And no, bitch, we need to have you come on to talk about that. Okay, because baby girl be having 50 jobs from home. As they had on the internet, it's called stacking. I haven't been able to get one brick to stack yet. Okay, let alone build a whole house a job. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Yes. So that's going to be a good show. See, forget them current events, girl. We need to talk about this money. Okay. So see, you're going to teach us perfectly. So we will do a segment about that. Definitely. Stacking. Okay. Creating. Well, how should we call it? Stacking the bricks. Okay, that's what it's going to be because we are getting the bricks for our house and stacking them up like the three little bears or whoever that was. Okay, oh, I'm sure it was the pigs, whatever. We ain't messing with them this morning because I would love a piece of bacon. This is me talking out loud, how my mind really be working all over the place. Like, bitch, how did you get from the bears to the pigs to bacon? Yeah, cuz I'm really thinking about having some brunch and some waffles with some syrup. I was thinking about that yesterday, but anywho, I didn't get to tell you what my topic was going to be. My topic is going to be, first off, have you all ever heard of this? Because I want to just let you know, at my age, I only just heard about this. Have you ever heard of Men's Valentine's Day? And do you know what day it is? Because I'd never heard of that, ever. There's a separate Valentine's Day for men. You did? Oh, well, of course she know because she's been married for 80 years. So, Aaliyah, apparently, Men's Valentine's Day is March 14th. 1 month later, Google it, and it tells you specifically. Damn, she already know. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say it. She let the cat right out the bag, so she already been doing her mouth exercises for the month. So that's where we're gonna start the topic. Okay, considering this week is Valentine's. Okay, no, now I don't celebrate it. Okay, you know what? Nah, I can't. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm over it. Okay. So that's where we're going to start the topic tomorrow. And I'm hoping that we're able to get everybody, at least the people who I think would be hilarious, like if Sister Jenkins could come on and talk about it, because she's been married forever. And we can have a good panel discussion. It'll be so damn funny to have everybody come on, um, or whatever. So it's just a matter of getting a good time for that, as well. So we'll take, once we get the group together, today, then we can come up with, okay, what days and what time work best, and then go from there. Because a lot of people probably don't. Well, that's going to be another struggle, because if for the people who don't have TikTok, then it's going to be a no-go. They won't even be able to join us, because when you go in the Play Store now, it doesn't even exist. And if I would have known that, I would have downloaded it like on a whole nother phone, or at least on my computer, so I could have had it on more than one device. But we will deal with that later. Okay. So yeah, there's that. But anywho, so that's the plan, is to pop in over there, really to let them know what the hell is going on. And really, it's going to be all blazers. But when I say the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, -1. Okay. Look, you like, okay, but anywho, moving along. Okay. The best. Okay, so now let's get back to Gemma. It's the way that the name is said, right? Gemma. Okay. So yesterday, what happened last? What was she doing? Oh, Dr. Green. He was talking to her. Okay, you need some dresses. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to see. I'll write that down, because I know everybody, once I get over there, going to have a long ass request list. Because you know what's so crazy? I ain't been on there since the new year. I have not been on there. No. But you see, it's not like I've been missing. I just been doing the things that the Lord told me to do after my 21-day fast, which was not getting on Posh. It was getting our lives and our minds together. Okay, so that's what we've been over here doing. And they were cordially invited, and it is what it is. What? What's my phone talking about verified? Get the hell out of here. This is my phone. Okay.
At my table setting, waiting for something to save to stand if you need. You don't have to run from me. at the moment alone to check my phone. Passé azul. Chilled with the line. I blurted. Need at a moment to chat before dinner. But I understand that this may be awkward for you. You don't have to run from me.
They at the
Our
bar at the
chats,
party.
our communication is private, sacred, just between me and you. It's been a safe space for me, and I hope it can continue. But I understand if you need to back away. The ball is in your court. Taking my seat next to Quentin with half of my drink already devoured, I restlessly stared at my table setting, waiting for something to save me. Either this dinner needed to end expeditiously, or the tequila needed to hurry the hell up and get me good and tipsy. I glanced up and immediately observed Ezekiel looking my way. He nodded before biting his lip, then smiled as he turned to continue his conversation. My goodness, I was in so much trouble. Fuck that. A bitch was in danger.
Zeke. Awkward. That was the only word I could use to describe tonight's encounter with Gemma. Or maybe funny as shit as I watch her play a game of hide and seek all night. She couldn't be in my presence for more than a few minutes, and definitely not alone. If I went left, she went right. If others engaged her in the conversation, she refused to make eye contact with me unless it was absolutely necessary. Gemma was running, but what she didn't know is that I was the type of man who appreciated the chase. I observed the dynamic between her and Coach Holliday, and if I were being honest, there was none, at least no interaction that would indicate his attachment to that fine-ass woman who was wearing the hell out of that black and white dress. Periodically, I would glance down towards the end of the table, and the tension between the two of them was thick enough to cut with a knife. Two strangers barely able to hold a mutual gaze. The historical connection was evident based upon the memories of the homecoming king and queen that volleyed around the table. A faux slight smile curved the edges of their mouths in response. I observed the coach more than Gemma because I wondered if he saw her. Like, truly recognized the fucking beautiful wonder next to him. Nah, his dumb ass blind as fuck, I silently mused, tossing back my cognac. Dr. Green, unfortunately I can't stay, but it was a pleasure meeting you, and welcome to Monroe, Coach Holliday said, and hastily departed. He tossed a glance at Gemma, but she did not appear to be the least bit concerned, momentarily cutting her eyes over to him, then resumed her conversation. This fool ain't leaving nothing but space and opportunity, the hood nigga in me thought. But I wasn't the only man who noticed. I saw the wandering eyes of several men appreciating her beauty. Gemma pranced around full of tequila when her man left, like she'd been uncaged. The social butterfly was ready to spread her wings. She rocked her hips to the music piping throughout the supper club, still sipping. When she tossed her head back in a guttural chuckle and then bit her plump bottom lip, I knew it was time for me to bid the welcome event farewell. I was almost out of the door until I heard an unfamiliar voice speak my name. Dr. Green, are you leaving already? A few of us are heading to a local bar, Henley's, for another drink. It's for the grown and sexy crowd, so no concerns about potentially mingling with students. Would you like to join us? The pretty, slim, thick, tawny-colored woman with light hazel eyes said. My apologies, tell me your name again, I asked, flashing a slight smile. Christina Hall. I'm the university's chief of staff, so we'll be working together quite a bit, she squealed, nibbling the gloss from her lips. Christina was a fine red bone with a fat ass, normally the type I would solicit as my companion for the evening. But my dealings with the opposite sex as of late was 100% abnormal. No, thank you. I appreciate the invitation, Mrs. Hall. Miss Hall, she quickly interrupted, correcting me. Miss Hall, thank you for the invitation, but I should probably call it a night, I said. eyeing Gemma over the bare right shoulder of the pretty woman in front of me. All I saw was her, and I desperately needed to rid myself of this veiled control. She had no clue the dominance she had over me. Jim, you are absolutely not driving. You can ride with me. I'll meet you at the car. I heard Gemma's friend Maxine call out as she headed towards the restroom. Gemma nodded, avoiding my gaze. I shook my head because I was about to go out like a punk. Actually, I will join you all. I should start getting acquainted with the Monroe City scene since I plan on being here for a while. I smiled, extending my arm, motioning Miss Hall towards the exit. Henley's was definitely a grown and sexy vibe. It reminded me of New York, making me feel at home. Bright linen couches flanked the rustic wooden walls, while tall bistro tables lined the dance floor and a small stage with a live band. At the entrance, they verified my identification, then informed me that a VIP section was always available to me as the university's provost. Miss Hall mentioned that this was one of the few establishments in the college town that offered privacy for university administrators with its 30-year-old age minimum. No risk of engaging with traditional undergraduate students. This woman talked and talked, and after about 20 minutes, her words jumbled and voice sounded like a Charlie Brown character. As she yammered, I shot Gemma a message as I sipped another cognac. At Inquisitive 1. Still hiding, I see. You can come out to play. I promise I won't bite. Wink emoji. At Jules Penn. I absolutely believe that you will bite. Grimacing emoji. You damn right. LMAO. Tongue out emoji.
Okay.
I've been introduced to a handful of other university employees who were enjoying themselves at the club. So far, one woman offered to prepare my meals until I found a permanent house, and another openly admitted to semi-stalking my social media pages and asked to join me on a morning run.
Thirsty.
The women in Monroe were lovely and definitely cornbread fed, but my eyes searched for only one Midwest dazzler. I peered around the club, bobbing to the music, and noticed that Maxine and Karan were on the dance floor, leaving Gemma alone in one of the VIP booths. Miss Hall had finally excused herself to the bathroom, so I took the opportunity to approach her. I sauntered towards the booth, smiling, while uttering in a trill tone, "Dr. Holliday, I thought we were friends." She peered around, seemingly attempting to find an escape, but there was none. I stealthily slid into the seat, but maintained a safe distance between us. Or maybe I am just friends with Jules Penn, I said, raising a questioning eyebrow. Is that it? I can't talk to Dr. Holliday, but I can communicate with Jules. Gemma shook her head. You're not supposed to be here, she whispered, almost inaudibly. I wasn't supposed to see you ever again. She sighed, shaking her head. So I take it I didn't get your vote for the job, I teased. Dr. Green, she loudly huffed. This feels so strange. Wrong. What exactly have we done wrong, Gemma? I probed, propping my elbows up on the table, signaling the waitress for another round of drinks. Our conversations were harmless through the phone, just sliding in your DMs. Now here you are, in the flesh, she whispered with gritted teeth, as her pretty eyes widened for emphasis. I could not stop the hearty laugh that spilled from me, sliding in my DMs. Really? What are we, 20 years old, Gemma?
Exactly.
That's what our kids do. No, that's what we've been doing, she yelped, while her eyes darted around the room. You hold all of the controls. If you say stop, we stop. I discreetly slid a finger across the top of her hand, and she didn't recoil. Do you want to stop, Gemma? The air between us thickened as I awaited her response. If I were a better man, I would want her to say that we should stop. because I'm an ain't shit nigga who desired a woman who was currently unavailable to me, I hoped for a different outcome. I couldn't do anything but respect her position either way. Gemma closed her eyes and deeply inhaled for just a moment, her fingers still tangling with mine in the shadows of the booth. She shook her head. The wordsmith has no words, I quipped, tossing a flirtatious wink. She chuckled, resting her head on the seat. No, I don't want to stop.
Gemma. The Monroe University fundraiser was the premier kickoff event, welcoming in a new group of scholars and their parents' money to the school. Quentin and I were expected, practically required, to show our faces. The former Olympian and record-breaking track coach and his award-winning best-selling author, PhD wife were guaranteed to bring in over $1 million for the university. So staying in bed, eating cookies and cream ice cream like I desired, wasn't an option. I did not have the energy to pretend today, but duty called. So I slept out of the bed and footed across the master bedroom into the bathroom. I love this place. The crisp gray and white tile floor cooled my freshly manicured toes. I peeked out of the bathroom at the clock on the nightstand to determine if I had enough time to take a bath. And I did. The bright September sun peeked through the skylight in our enormous master bathroom. Streaks of sun rays beamed across the jacuzzi tub, centered in the room, and connected to a massive shower. I turned on the hot water because I needed this bath to be steamy, adding my favorite mango and shea butter bath bomb. I tested the water with my fingertips. Perfect. Bath time for me was a whole mood. Bubbles, wine, music, and dimmed lighting from the overhead chandelier. It was my time to rest, relax, and relieve the stress of living a falsified life. A guise, pretending to be happy when it was all a charade, to protect the holiday name and my reputation. I disrobed in front of the full-length mirror hanging on the wall. My natural shoulder-length auburn hair was freshly silk-pressed and pin-curled. Manicured brows, lengthy lashes, golden brown eyes, and full lips. Shit, I'm cute, I giggled, encouraging myself to get in a better mood. I definitely wasn't a fashion model size, a solid 200 pounds of thickness, but I loved every contour of my full-figured, curvaceous silhouette. Smooth chestnut skin, shapely hips, and even my round, graceful breasts, marked with surgical scars, were beautiful. Stepping into the steamy bath, I heard rumbling in the bedroom. Quentin was home. Here we go, I mumbled. What's up, Jay? Quentin said, walking into the bathroom with a scowl. Are you going to be ready on time? I lightly shook my head. Here I am, butt-ass naked, and the only question my husband can ask me is if I would be ready. 5 years ago, he would have had me bent over the sink, filling my kitty with his countless inches. But why was I surprised? He doesn't even attempt to be attracted to me anymore. I know when we need to leave, Quentin. I huffed. I really don't need you to coach or manage me. I know my role. I rolled my eyes. Hey, Google. Volume 100%, I shouted, stepping into the bathtub. I really didn't want to hear a damn thing he had to say. Hey, Google, pause, Quentin shouted back. I suggest you get your attitude adjusted before the fundraiser. This has the potential to be big for the university and the track program. Really cute. I suggest you stop talking to me like I'm one of your students. I am the damn vice president and dean of student affairs. I know better than anybody the amount of money we can bring in tonight. I barked. Don't worry. My pretty, perfect, happily married Dr. Gemma Holiday facade is hanging in the closet. I'll definitely be wearing it tonight. Whatever, Jay. Just be ready.
Google
He walked out
1000.
of the bathroom. Yeah, whatever. My lips quivered, fighting to prevent the tears. I was done crying over what Quentin and I once had. I couldn't deny that I loved you. We had too much history for me not to hold a place for him in my heart. But I did not like Quentin Holiday at all. Borderline hated him. 30 minutes later, I finished my bath and perched at the vanity to apply the vanilla rose-scented oil to my skin and start on my makeup. Quentin was standing in the shower, leaning against the warmed tile, allowing the water to rain over his head. I know he was anticipating a stressful start to his track season, but he appeared exhausted, anguished. Over the past few weeks, he had been more aggravated and irritable than usual. Although we no longer had much of a marriage, we actually had moments of friendliness, tolerance. Something was going on with him, but he wouldn't talk about it. Quentin stepped out of the shower, and it couldn't be contested. 20 years later, and he was still sexy as hell. Those green eyes used to be magical, instantly soaking my panties and making me bow to his every command. Now, those eyes held so much hurt and harm, I found myself not staring too deeply anymore. Quentin exited the shower in all his naked glory. That dick was a work of art, too. Deliciously girthy, lengthy, with plump veins. I would be the first to admit, I'd been digmatized by him since the first time he glided his glorious mass in my unsullied vagina. The only man to ever grace these sodden walls. Sexual satisfaction from Quentin was never an issue. After years of marriage, I never wondered what I was missing in other men because he salaciously delivered good dick to me regularly. But things can change in an instant. Relationships, people, circumstances. So the countless inches that previously made my mouth water and render me comatose nightly was now just another object connected to a man that I no longer desired. He sauntered behind me, wrapped in a towel, glaring at my reflection in the vanity mirror. I paused, applying my foundation, as we held that stare for what seemed like a lifetime, but only seconds diminished. It was an uncomfortable stillness that had become our new normal. Neither of us were willing to relinquish what had already vanished. Quentin placed his hands on my bare shoulders and gently kissed against my pin-curled hair. "I'm sorry, Jim," he whispered, peering a second longer before he walked away. I swallowed hard, blinking rapidly, my skin flushed with goosebumps. Not because I felt a sexual attraction, but because the intense, depressed timbre of his voice felt strange. That apology flowed deeper than just resolve. For the earlier argument, something was terribly wrong. Quentin and I journeyed to the Martin Luther King Jr. Event Center on Monroe University's campus. The ballroom was beautifully decorated with the school colors, maroon and gold. Fresh bouquets of yellow roses and fine china adorned every table. Scholars dressed in their best after-5 attire meandered throughout the ballroom, soliciting silent auction donations. Various student groups promoted their initiatives, while the university's jazz band entertained the 500 guests. Even at $10,000 per table, the event was sold out. "Coach and Dr. Holliday, you both look amazing as always," President Dominic Whitaker said before sipping his champagne. President Whitaker was in his late 50s and had a history with the university as a former football player and now the university leader for the past 10 years. "Thank you, President Whitaker," Quentin said, resting his hand on the small of my back. "Where is your beautiful wife tonight?" he asked. "She's around here schmoozing and being great as usual." President Whitaker guffawed, much louder than necessary. We chatted for a few moments when I spotted other administrators I wanted to chat with. "If you gentlemen will excuse me, I see a few of my students," I said. Quentin kissed my cheek, and I obliged, putting on a great performance. I ambled across the ballroom greeting donors, connecting with students, and finally finding my way to Maxine. Damn, Dr. Holliday, Maxie squealed. You look beautiful, sis. We hugged. I was kind of feeling myself in a maroon sequin and satin, one-shoulder knee-length cocktail dress that hugged my curves in the most professional way. I strutted in my favorite Christian Louboutin metallic gold pumps as my curls bounced over my right shoulder with a sparkling gold comb and dangling earrings. Thank you, sis. I smiled. You're looking pretty sexy yourself. Maxie spun around, showing off her strapless black dress. I see you're wearing your mask well tonight. When I talked to you earlier, you were 1 second away from not showing up to this thing, she quipped. Maxie had been my marital sounding board on one too many occasions. If it were up to her, I would have left Quentin 2 years ago. Girl, I'm exhausted already and we just arrived. But as much as I hate this stuff, you know I have no other option. I rolled my eyes. Not for the holidays of Monroe University. I scoffed. Me and Maxie chatted and gossiped about folks as we sporadically shook hands and greeted passers-by. The chime of the bell interrupted our conversation. The university president and others were about to give greetings, starting with a welcome from Quentin. I adjusted my fake mask because I knew he would put on a good show and I needed to fall in line as the leading lady. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to the 10th annual President's Fundraiser. Once again, we are the hottest ticket in Monroe City. Quentin fakely guffawed. For those that don't know me, I am Quentin Holliday, head coach of the record-breaking Monroe University men's track team. The crowd loudly applauded, especially students from the team. Thank you, he chimed, motioning his arms to calm the crowd before he continued. Monroe University has a special place in my heart. It has been a second home for me since I was 18 years old. First as a student and a member of the track team, then assistant coach, and now as the head coach. Monroe is where I made lifelong friendships, but more importantly, it's where I met and fell in love with the homecoming queen, my beautiful wife, Dr. Gemma Holliday. He motioned for me to join him on the stage. Sweetheart, come say hello to the people. My counterfeit smile and pageant wave were in full effect. Quentin continued his speech with his hand resting on my back. I inhaled deeply in an effort to maintain my composure and continue this fake-ass dog and pony show. After a few minutes on stage, I immediately felt a spark of heat move through my body, a familiar sensation. Anthracite eyes were staring at me as his sexy gaze observed my every move. I avoided his watchful eye, vainly endeavoring not to blush, but it was too late. I had successfully avoided him over the past few weeks since our offices were in different buildings. Clearly, given my position, I would have to encounter him at various meetings, but I wanted to circumvent the accidental meetups in the hallway or the awkward moments in the staff lounge. This thing with us, whatever it was, needed to remain strictly professional on the campus of Monroe University. But after hours, I delighted in the IG dialogue that continued as if he still resided in New York. Quentin concluded his speech and we exited down the stage steps, walking right into him. Dr. Holliday, it's great to see you again. Dr. Ezekiel Green stood in our path, holding a cognac glass looking sexy as hell. His black-on-black custom attire gloriously embraced his tall, muscular frame. Damn. Dr. Green, it's good to see you as well. I paused. You remember Coach Quentin Holliday? I nervously reintroduced. But why was I nervous when the two of them filled the same space? Regretfully, I hadn't done a thing with this man. Nice to see you again, Coach Holliday. I'm looking forward to catching a track meet soon. Ezekiel's glistening smile produced a slight tingle between my thighs. You as well, Dr. Green. Again, welcome to Monroe University. We'd love to have you at our next race. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Quentin declared. Excuse me for a moment. Sweetheart, I'll be right back, he said, distracted as he hurriedly departed. Ezekiel's narrowed eyes ogled me as they journeyed from the crown of my curly hair to the point of my 4-inch red bottoms. You are absolutely stunning, Jules. Pardon me, I should say, Dr. Holliday in this environment. He sexily smiled. Seriously, you look beautiful. Ezekiel referred to me as Jules during our online chats, but hearing his bold baritone saying it aloud caused a blissful caper in my center. Thank you. You are quite dapper yourself. I blushed. You look good enough to lick, I thought, clearing my throat. How are you enjoying your first major Monroe University event? He nodded, glancing around the room before he said, This is a wonderful sight. All of these brilliant black minds gathered in one place. If this is what I have to look forward to the rest of the school year, then I'm ecstatic. Yeah, it is pretty spectacular. And your transition? How is Monroe City compared to the Big Apple? I chuckled, taking a sip of my drink as I unsuccessfully attempted not to stare into his chocolate eyes. Quiet, clean, he chortled. But you're right. It's different, but so far so good. My neighborhood in Brooklyn felt like a small town, so Monroe feels homey. I'm thankful I finally found a place because I definitely couldn't stay in a hotel another night. Ezekiel laughed, exposing the cutest dimple in the oddest place below his right eye. Oh, that's great. What part of town are you in? I inquired because that wasn't a subject we discussed in our safety net known as IGDMs. I'm in the Diamond Crest neighborhood. I guess that's considered the north side of town. I'm still learning about the city. Are you familiar? He probed. Yeah, I know exactly where you are. You must remember I've lived in Monroe most of my adult life. I nervously responded because he was too close for comfort once again. I too lived in the Diamond Crest community. We seamlessly engaged in conversation, just as we did that night in the hotel. I couldn't understand why it was so effortless to communicate with this man. When talking to the man I'd committed the past 20 years to was like pulling teeth. Scratch that. Communicating with Quentin was like surgically removing wisdom teeth with no anesthesia. Everything was a debate. In this environment, Ezekiel and I were able to freely chortle. We were colleagues, right? People expected for us to engage, but I maintained a safe distance. I grabbed a glass of wine from the server as he told me about his experience at the local grocery store when he requested ingredients for Jamaican food. Oh my goodness, I chuckled. You definitely won't find that here, but excuse me, are you Gemma Holiday? A woman approached out of nowhere, interrupting my laughter. She wore a royal blue strapless dress with a silky straight bobbed haircut. The woman appeared anxious and bothered, as she frequently peered over her shoulder. Oddly, she also was vaguely familiar. Yes, I'm Dr. Holliday. What can I do for you? I smiled, turning from Dr. Green to focus my attention on her. I'm Bethany Williamson, she blurted. I froze, speechless, unmovable. I knew exactly who Bethany Williamson was. She worked at the university's hospital and was Quentin's mistress. According to the phone records, Williamson was the last name of the person attached to the phone number that frequently called and texted Quentin. When I approached him about it, of course he lied and blamed it on a student with a crush. Although he'd had a student stalker in the past, I knew this was not the same situation. Bethany was a grown woman with a husband. By the look of your face, I have a feeling you know who I am. she arrogantly continued, as if she was proud to be the side bitch. Ezekiel kept squinted eyes on me, noticing the crimson fire darkening my golden orbs, tensely biting my lips as I continually flexed my fingers, banking a fist against my thigh. I didn't hear a word she said. All I knew is that I was on the precipice of a dangerously violent outburst. Quinn is no longer accepting my calls, and I just thought that you should know. Quentin quickly stepped between us, his wife and his mistress, interrupting her looming confession. Those beautiful green eyes of his were practically bulging from the sockets. Bethany, don't do this. Not here, not now. Quentin desperately requested. Words slowly discharged through clenched teeth. Then when, Quentin? You blocked my number, and we have some decisions to make, she declared, vainly attempting to lower her voice. Quentin grabbed her wrist as she jerked, leering back at me. Quinn and I have been seeing each other for over a year. He said he was leaving you. He said we were going to be together. But now that I'm pregnant, he wants to ignore me. She huffed as a stream of tears escaped down her coffee-colored face. She continued to struggle with Quentin's firm grasp on her wrist. You don't get to do that, Quentin. You...
Dun, dun, dun. 61 minutes, 26 seconds. Let's see, I could have did 10 more miles. Exactly. And see, this is why we need to be able to be on live so we can actually talk and hear each other. Because dun dun dun, were you expecting that? And this bitch, Bethany, okay, because Bethany works for the university as well. Like, what? Like, I'm not about to be, girl. Quentin was right. This is definitely the wrong place, baby. Okay, the wrong place. We all gonna mess around and have no job. That's crazy. But yeah, her and her bold self, because we got some decisions to make, baby. And she is fully married. Bethany is married. Okay. Now remember, I only heard this story, what, less than just maybe a couple weeks ago. Excuse me, when I was braiding my hair. So that was literally just a couple weeks ago. And yeah, I thought that was going to happen at the last event. That's what I was listening for, because I forgot that, oh no, it was this event. But yeah. So now we know why he's been so stressed and so short and oh so sorry. Keep it in mind, they do have Quentin and Gemma have Shiloh, who is 20, 19 or 20 years old. So he's getting ready to have a brand new baby at 40 with the side bitch, possibly. Okay, so that's where we are with the story. On that note, like I said, today is a snow day, so I'm about to take my shower, and it'd be great if I could get a little nap before then. Later, watch for should get a little notification or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be over there sliding over to Posh, so that way I can let everybody know what is going on, since people think that I'm just like missing. All right. But I'm here, obviously. You guys know because you've been showing up. So it has now been 12 days. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Please make sure that you go and check your progress. I know for myself, I'm at what, 5 or 6 pounds. Keep drinking your water. I know, although I'm like, ooh, I'm looking on the top, it's looking like, but baby, later you'll be able to see me on Posh, baby. Yes. I was like, okay, this walking thing is really working out for me. Even though it's supposed to be 30 days, who knows? Maybe it's going to turn into like forever, as it should be, because I should be moving, you know. But anywho, you all have a wonderful Tuesday. Hopefully I'll see you later. If I don't see you over there on Posh, then remember we'll be back here at 7 to walk. Okay. So then, girl, because which that works out good, right? That we get to come over twice. We won't spend a whole lot of time chatting because you're definitely going to be all day wondering about this damn story. um I don't know yet. I don't know what time I'm going to be over there. I don't know. But girl, I don't know, midday-ish. It ain't going to be late in the night cuz we still got to walk and all of that, you know? Okay. So it'll be during the day, like in a couple hours. I just want to take a shower. I need to probably take, yeah, I feel like I need to take a little nap because I didn't got to go do the school run because ain't no school today. So I can just take a moment, get my mind right. Okay. I do have a million and one things that I need to do, but fucking whatever. Yeah. So later. I will see you later. Either way, either if I don't see you on Posh, you'll be back over here at 7 o'clock so we can get this walk in and finish the damn story because honey, and I don't even remember it that good, but I know that it's getting good. Okay. Oh yeah, just remember. Oh yeah, girl, be back for the story because be back. Okay. Have a good one. I will see you guys later. Bye.